How's it been going and what have you brought to NAB 2025?
Well, it's just the start of the show, Shirish. So, in NAB 2025, we're really hoping to build on what we've been talking about the last year. So, we still fundamentally believe that we need to take a very pragmatic approach to innovation. So, AI-enabled encoding that helps customers save money downstream, when they're spending a lot of money on CDNs, up to 30% savings on bandwidth for ABC encoded content with no loss of picture quality, up to 15% on HEVC. These are things that we think are really important, and we continue to improve and innovate around this area. We also recognize that there are other transitions happening in the industry. One of them is the transition from satellite distribution to IP distribution. We've always had the decoding logic built into our product. And so leveraging both our decoding history and our expertise around CMAF, it's introducing the CMAF-enabled decoder for transitioning to IP distribution. So that's another area. And the third area is really looking at things that we have in our platform, like vertical encoding. We recognize that, more and more content is being consumed on mobile. And we also recognize that over 80% of people who consume content on mobile consume it in portrait mode, not in landscape mode. So the ability to natively encode in vertical mode or portrait mode, I think is really important. On top of that, integrating with partners like 6.4, who's got a AI-based highlight detection capability, and being able to take that highlighted content and automatically resize it for portrait mode for short form consumption, we think is going to be very interesting for the industry.
If I remember right, you took this company over about 2 years ago.
About a year ago.
About a year ago.
Yeah.
What are the changes that you have effected during this period?
So one of the advantages that MediaXL has had is, look, it's got very much a deep engineering history. It's got a history of innovations. That's not something that we needed to address. But I think it's really recognizing that we're an industry that's in flux. And that means that every single one of our customers are struggling to figure out how to drive the right business models to be successful. And for us, it's really driving into the organization the recognition that even though we build complex technology and we are a commodity, serving a customer or a set of customers who we think are really kind of challenged to drive their bottom line in the right way. And so for us, it's about building the right commercial models and offerings. That's been the main thing, putting that in front of the customer and helping them. They've got a partner that recognizes, those fundamental constraints. And the response has been really positive.
You have a certain set of customers. Are you hoping in this particular exhibition to increase that base?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've got some great meetings lined up in this show. We've had some great meetings leading up to this show. One of the things I've said in the past is, we like to think of things as industry segments, but in our industry, those segments are becoming very blurred. What's a broadcaster? What's a content owner? What's an operator? All of these things are starting to get very blurred. So for us, it's really what is driving customer decision-making, right? And for those customers who are looking for an encoder or transcoder vendor who is able to give them, the best in terms of technology capability, but is also incredibly price sensitive and wants to make sure that they can get that at 20 to 30% below where the market price is today, that's our customer.